The haunting secret beneath the floorboards, a DiMera crypt shock that could change everything. Grab a warm cup of coffee and settle into your favorite chair, dear readers, because the winds of change are blowing through Salem. And they are carrying a chill that has nothing to do with the weather. We have seen our fair share of resurrections, masked imposters, and shocking paternity tests over the decades, haven't we? But what is coming next on Days of Our Lives promises to be one of the most heart-wrenching and macabre twists we have seen in years. There is a storm brewing in the DiMera mansion, specifically down in the cold, stone silence of the family crypt. A discovery is about to be made that will leave Kristen DiMera, played by the wonderful Stacey Haydock, E.J. DiMera, Dan Furigal, and the rest of the clan absolutely paralyzed with shock. We need to prepare ourselves for a possibility that is as tragic as it is terrifying. The skeletons discovered hidden beneath the floor of the crypt may very well belong to none other than Abigail Devereaux. A family reunion in the shadows. To understand the magnitude of this discovery, we first have to look at the harrowing events of this week. It has been a breathless few days for the residents of the DiMera mansion. We are witnessing a rescue mission that feels more like a descent into a nightmare. Young Theo Carver Tyler Joseph Andrews has been brought into the fold, joining Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, Kristen, and the always charming Tony DiMera the Pengless. Soon, the family circle will be complete when EJ joins them. But this is not a happy reunion with champagne and hors d'oeuvres. This is a gathering fraught with danger and tension. When these family members are finally rescued from their current predicament, they will not be emerging into the sunlight with smiles on their faces. Instead, something from the darkness is going to follow them out. The grim discovery under the floorboards. In a typical story, finding a skeleton in a crypt wouldn't be news. After all, a crypt is a place for the dead. But Days of Our Lives is never a typical story. The shocking twist here is not that there are bodies in the mausoleum, but where they were found. These remains were not resting peacefully in a marble niche or a velvet-lined coffin, as one would expect for a respected member of the family. No, these skeletal remains were hidden away, buried crudely under the floorboards of the crypt. This specific detail tells us a chilling story before the DNA results even come back. Whoever is buried there was not put to rest with love or ceremony. They were hidden. They were discarded. They were a secret meant to be kept forever. And as we all know, in Salem, buried secrets have a way of clawing their way to the surface. The heartbreaking possibility, is it Abigail? Now, we must address the question that is already whispering through the fan community. Could these be the remains of Abigail Devereaux, played recently by Annalyn McCord? The evidence is mounting, and it paints a tragic picture. If you cast your mind back, and I know you have vivid memories of this story, Linnell will recall the absolute devastation Chad faced regarding his wife's death. The mystery of Abigail's remains has been an open wound for the Devereaux and DiMera families for quite some time. Do you remember the heartbreak when Jack Devereaux, Matthew Ashford, and Chad took shovels to the earth to dig up Abby's grave? They were driven by desperation, fueled by the twisted games of Cat Green, who had been pretending to be the beloved Abigail. They dug until their hands were raw, expecting to find closure. Instead, they found an empty coffin. The shock on their faces mirrored our own. The grave was empty. Abigail was gone. Since that moment, Chad has been a man possessed. His primary goal hasn't just been justice, it has been dignity. He wanted to find his wife's remains so he could give her the proper Christian burial she deserves, so her children, Thomas and Charlotte, could have a place to visit their mother. Clyde Weston's twisted irony. If these skeletons do turn out to be Abigail, all fingers point to one man, the villainous Clyde Weston, James Reed. We know that Clyde is a man without a conscience. He is a master manipulator who treats people like pawns on a chessboard. It was Clyde who knew where Abigail's body was moved. But, in true soap opera fashion, the one man with the answers has been silenced. After Kat's mother, Katharina Meliunas Ali Patrikios, shot him in a fit of rage and grief, Clyde has been lying in a coma, unaware perhaps unwilling to speak. But let us think like Clyde Weston for a moment. If you wanted to torture Chad DiMera, what would be the ultimate cruelty? Hiding Abigail's body in an unknown location is cruel, certainly. But hiding her body inside Chad's own home? That is a special kind of evil. There is a dark, twisted irony to the idea that Chad has been grieving, searching the world, and crying out for his wife, all while she was buried right beneath his feet in the family crypt. It is exactly the kind of psychological torture Clyde Weston would find amusing. He would have delighted in the knowledge that Chad was walking over her grave every single day without knowing it. The mystery of Dr. Rolf's lab. Before we jump to conclusions, we must address another piece of the puzzle to avoid confusion. We know that Dr. Rolf, the mad scientist we love to hate, always has an experiment running. Currently, there is a mystery person in a large test tube in Rolf's laboratory. This person is in a state of stasis, kept alive by sci-fi technology until they can be revived. It is important to note that the skeletons found under the floor are not the person in the tube. The person in the tube is flesh and blood, waiting for a second chance at life. The discovery under the floorboards is bone and dust. This distinction is crucial. It means we potentially have two mysteries unfolding at once. One involving a resurrection, and one involving a cold case murder. What comes next? As we look toward the coming weeks, the tension is going to be unbearable. When the identity of the skeletons is officially revealed, the fallout will be nuclear. If it is Abigail, Kristen DiMera will be absolutely devastated. Despite her own chaotic past, she has a fierce protective streak for her family, and seeing Chad in pain and knowing the mother of his children was treated so vilely will break her heart. For Chad, this will be the reopening of a wound that never truly healed. Finding his wife's bones hidden like garbage under the floorboards of his ancestral home will be a trauma that defines his character for years to come. We are holding our breath, waiting for the forensic results. Was it Clyde's final joke? Is the true Abigail Devereaux gone forever, leaving only these bones behind? Or does Days of Our Lives have one more miracle left in store for us? Leave your thoughts in the comments, friends. Do you think the bones belong to Abby? Or is this another red herring on the road to a different truth? One thing is certain, we will be watching every day to find out. Part 2: Salem's Secrets Deepen, a day of shocking discoveries and dangerous plans. Tuesday, December 9, 2025, the residents of Salem found themselves tangled in yet another web of deception and danger on today's episode of Days of Our Lives. Three major storylines converge to create and are packed with suspense, family drama, and the kind of shocking revelations that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Leo uncovers a dangerous alliance. In one of the day's most dramatic moments, Leo Stark finally pieced together a puzzle that has been forming for weeks. Through a series of careful observations and perhaps a bit of his trademark snooping, Leo discovered that Gwen Rizza and EJ DiMera have been working together as secret partners. This revelation sends shockwaves through the storyline, as both Gwen and EJ have their own complicated histories in Salem. For those keeping track of the intricate relationships in Salem, this partnership between Gwen and EJ raises numerous questions. What exactly are they planning? How long have they been working together behind everyone's backs? And most importantly, who might become their next target? Leo's discovery of this alliance could put him in serious danger, especially if Gwen and EJ realize he knows their secret. Fans of the show know that Leo has a talent for getting himself into trouble, but this time, he may have stumbled onto something far more dangerous than his usual schemes. Rafe confronts Kat about her reckless plan. Meanwhile, across town, Police Commander Rafe Hernandez found himself dealing with a crisis that hits close to home. The episode opened with Rafe on the phone with his wife, Detective Jada Hunter, desperately trying to develop a strategy to protect the remaining members of the DiMera family. The DiMeras have always been at the center of Salem's most dangerous plots, and this time appears to be no different. The conversation took an unexpected turn when Rafe's cousin, Javi Hernandez, walked into the room at just the wrong moment. Javi overheard Rafe mention the name Trey, which immediately caught his attention and raised his concern. Being the caring family member that he is, Javi wanted to know what kind of trouble might be brewing. Rafe, trying to balance his professional responsibilities with his family obligations, took the time to explain the mysterious situation to his cousin. He carefully reassured Javi that despite the ongoing investigation and the potential threats swirling around Salem, there was no immediate danger to Trey. However, viewers familiar with Days of Our Lives know that no immediate danger in Salem often means danger is just around the corner. Just when Rafe thought he had calmed his cousin's concerns, an unexpected visitor arrived at the door. Kat Green showed up at the Hernandez home, and her arrival would prove to be anything but a casual visit. When she first appeared at the doorway, Sweet and trusting Javi took Kat at her word when she claimed she was simply there to deliver a gift card as a thank you gesture for taking care of Trey. On the surface, this seemed like a thoughtful and innocent gesture. Javi, being the kind-hearted person he is, didn't suspect anything unusual about Kat's visit and excused himself to go find Leo, leaving Kat alone with Rafe. However, the moment Javi left the room, the real purpose of Kat's visit became shockingly clear. In a confession that left Rafe absolutely stunned, Kat revealed that she had been planning something far more sinister than delivering a simple gift card. She admitted to Rafe that her actual intention was to drug DiMera. This revelation left Rafe completely disapproving and deeply concerned about the reckless nature of Kat's plan. But Kat wasn't finished with her shocking confessions. Despite Rafe's clear disapproval and growing alarm, Kat enthusiastically defended her scheme. She insisted that her plan was actually perfect and had been carefully thought out down to the smallest detail. To prove her point, Kat revealed that she had even discovered a folding bed hidden away in the DiMera wine cellar. This wasn't just any ordinary wine cellar, it's a room that has been the setting for countless secrets and schemes over the years in the DiMera mansion. A chilling discovery in the wine cellar. The discovery of the folding bed raised immediate red flags for both Rafe and viewers watching at home. Why would there be a bed set up in a wine cellar? Who might have been using it? But the revelations didn't stop there. Kat also mentioned finding men's shoes in the wine room, adding another disturbing layer to the mystery. These discoveries point to a deeply troubling conclusion. Someone has been hiding in the DiMera wine cellar. The presence of both a bed and personal belongings suggests this isn't a short-term hiding spot, but rather a place where someone has been staying for an extended period. The question that now haunts everyone is, who could be hiding there, and why? For longtime viewers of Days of Our Lives, the DiMera wine cellar has been the location of numerous dramatic moments throughout the show's history. It's a place where secrets are kept, prisoners have been held, and shocking revelations have occurred. The fact that someone may currently be hiding there brings back memories of past storylines while creating anticipation for what's to come. Theo's horrifying discovery. As if the day's events weren't dramatic enough, Theo Carver stumbled upon something that could change everything. While digging, the circumstances of which will surely be revealed in upcoming episodes, Theo unearthed a human bone. This gruesome discovery adds a dark and sinister element to the day's events and raises countless questions. Whose bone did Theo find? How long has it been buried? Is this connected to the mysterious person hiding in the DiMera wine cellar? Could this discovery be linked to the threats against the DiMera family that have Rafe and Jada so concerned? The appearance of human remains in Salem always signals that a major mystery is unfolding, one that will likely connect multiple storylines and characters in unexpected ways. Questions and concerns moving forward. Today's episode left viewers with numerous questions that demand answers. Rafe now faces a difficult decision about Kat's involvement in the investigation. Will he remove her from the case entirely due to her reckless behavior and unauthorized plan to drug EJ? Can he trust her to follow proper procedure, or has she proven herself to be too unpredictable and dangerous to keep on the team? Kat's discovery of the hidden bed and men's shoes in the wine cellar suggests that the DiMera mansion is harboring secrets that could explode at any moment. The identity of the person hiding there could be the